Sorry we haven't been around in a while, with the heat being in the high 30s into the 40s the last week, and then during that heat wave we ended up losing the majority of our chickens that we had for meat birds. There was a malfunction with their water that we didn't pick up on until it was too late, so we ended up losing 134 of them in a day, which was not ideal at all. But some of the stuff that we have been working on in the mornings and the evenings before it got too hot is the turkey area. So here's the turkeys area. We got the fence up. It's nice and green. We got to move that tarp out of here, and they got a nice size area to go into here. So we're going to get them moved in here and get our last remaining 8 chicks from the broilers up in their tractor.
So we were gifted 12 roughly 50-pound bags of corn that was, not fit for grocery sale, but definitely nothing wrong with it. These guys are having the time of their life. The last few days, not too much, but they've had a decent amount of corn, and they just destroy it. As you can tell, they don't eat much of the husk. But the corn itself, they go crazy for. Some of them are still rather runty, but the one in the back there, he's gotten quite a decent size in comparison to when we got them. Even that little runt in the middle is, I would say, double plus as to when we got them. So they're getting there slowly. I'm hoping the corn and the barley beeps him up a little bit. Unfortunately, though, you pan over here, those guys, the calves and the goat, they want no part of it. I've put it in there. They don't eat it. So it's been over there on the ground for 3 days and they haven't touched it. Our Jersey, on the other hand, absolutely loves it. So she's had some. And yeah, it's been great. Bulk them up, cut down on our feed costs for a few days. Here we have our second batch of broilers. I think there's 162 in here, but they don't stay still long enough to get a double count, so. I'd say we got lucky with this batch. They came last Thursday, the 25th, I think it was, of July, and it's normal to have upwards of 10% loss in the first couple days with any new batch of day-old chicks, and here we are, I don't know, there's 6-day-olds, something like that, and we've yet to lose one. So I'm not sure what we're doing right or what we're doing different, but I'm not going to complain. We are in the middle of a heat wave, but we've left their light on because they need it so warm. I'm not sure if you can tell, they're just starting to get little bits of whites on their wings where their feathers are just started. But where we are in the heat wave, there is a window in the back there. I actually just closed it, that we open for part of the day for ventilation. So far, so good with this batch. Another 3 weeks and change, and they'll go to pasture.
So our remaining 7 turkeys from the first, or sorry, chickens from the first batch are out here in their tractor. We switched to the different style water. It's just a gravity fed water. Seems to be working well. And if you can see, their food is just thrown out on the ground. Last year we were using feeders inside the tractors and realized it was pointless because you fill it with feed and they just knock it over and eat off the ground anyway. So the chickens in the tractors and the turkeys up in their tractor, we just throw their feed on the ground because you put in the feeders and then you got to fish the feeders out and they just knock it all over the place anyway. But tractor built, we're going to build one more so that the chickens that are in the brooder will, once these ones are down, the ones in the brooder will come up here and we'll be able to run 2 tractors side by side. And this has all come up really nice. If you remember a few videos back, we seeded this and it came up beautifully. Shelby was up at one when it was a little high and mowed it. And by mowing it and letting the rain, the seed soaked in and it came up pretty good. So we'll run our chickens through here, this pasture this year. And then they also up in behind there. We'll run them around and around here. And then once we're done with the chickens and turkeys this year, we'll actually open the gate up right. Sorry. We'll open that up so Rose will have access to here and up where the turkeys are. So then she'll be able to come in and have nice green grass and nice pasture grass to chew up, and they'll be good for her. But other than that, she's got her little pasture pretty well eaten down. A few spots there that are coming up, but she's over there just mowing down on some hay. I don't know if I can roll right there, zoom in. She's over there eating her hay. So we're I'm gonna come through here before the next big rainstorm, and I'm gonna seed her pasture and seed over here some more, and maybe seed over on the calves pasture, get some good clover and Timothy hay and all that good stuff coming up through. So but yeah, that's where we're at. Over the next little bit, cut out this birch tree that is right there. Once that's cut out, I'll take the whippersnipper in, whippersnip all that out, and we'll put a gate right there between those 2 posts. Won't have to come up through Rose's pasture. We'll just be able to come right over from the other side of the garden. So anyway, that's that. We'll see you next time.